In the first trial, the surgery extended the longevity and quality of life by weeks, sometimes months.
But the side effects are consistent with chemo and radiation.
Only 4 small incisions are required, so it's minimally invasive.
There could be unpredictable complications as well. To be clear, this treatment is experimental and we're still in the clinical trial phase. In one case, a patient developed something called systemic inflammatory response syndrome, which can cause a dangerously high fever.
So please understand, we're not offering a cure, but we can offer hope. So feel free to think it over.
I want you to weigh the risks and the benefits.
And let us know.
So I'm gambling on living a few weeks longer or dying even sooner.
The first trial had a 90% success rate, Evan.
Look, Doc, you've been straight with me on this whole ride. If you were me, would you do it?
Look, it's up to you, Evan, but after what you went through in your last round of chemo, I would probably take my dog on a road trip.
Then that's my answer.
Okay, A, you don't have a dog. And 2, this trial may give us a chance to extend the lives of our patients and find innovative treatments. What you should be excited about this.
I am excited about this. It's just Evan's made his peace. He asked me for the truth, and I gave it to him. And all those others, they made their own decisions.
After you talk them out of it. What's the first thing we learn about terminal patients? They all want the same thing, more time. This procedure can give them that. And it's your specialty. You could climb up the ranks, become head of your department.
Hold on a sec. Is this about advancing our careers?
Oh, you think I became CIO to advance my career? I took this job to have access to funding for research and breakthroughs and hopefully better treatments and cures. So what this is really about, Pierce, is the same thing we both want. Better lives for our patients.
I get that. But what about do no harm? We're supposed to give them a good life while we can. Shouldn't that include a good death, too?
I don't know who I'm talking to.
Right now, your peer, Alex.
Then you'll understand why I'm doing this trial. With or without you.
I got my car all packed.
Good.
And I was throwing the ball for Mojo for old time's sake in the backyard. But when it was time to go, she just sat there with that ratty old ball in her mouth, waiting for me to throw it again. So I did. But when she went to get it, she tripped and fell. She's 13 and she's starting to have some issues.
It's hard, I know.
But it didn't stop her, though. She wanted me to throw it again. And all of a sudden, I had this image of being in a motel near the Grand Canyon or whatever, and she's sitting beside my bed with that ball in her mouth, waiting for me to wake up. I can't let her outlive me. And spend the last of her days wondering why I won't throw the ball.
I understand.
I read an article that the heart beats 100,000 times a day. So that's how I've been measuring the time that I've got left. Not in days or weeks, but beats. And if you think that this new procedure thing can give me more than I currently have, then I'm all in.
I need 4 more patients for the trial.
And from what Doc Harrison has said about you, I've got faith you'll find the other 4.
And in my defense, I might not have anticipated the volume of patients, but I found enough for the trial.
You're a real maverick, aren't you, Dr. P? I hate mavericks. Do you really expect us to spend, just shy of $500,000 for a risky treatment for 41 patients.
Dr. Crawford, what was the best day of your life?
When my grandchild was born, why?
And you look forward to it?
Of course I did. What kind of a question is that?
Imagine if you knew you were going to die before that day came. Because that's the fear that these patients, these people live with every day of their lives. They know there's no cure, but they just aren't ready to go. They just want a little more time. Even 100,000 more heartbeats is a start, and we have a chance to give them that.
I'm inclined to pull the plug.
Well, before you do,
Alex, give me an hour. Let me try to convince the board.
As a precaution, we'll all wear ring dosimeters on our index fingers under our gloves. If yours turns red, you've maxed out your radiation exposure. Don't jeopardize your own health. Leave the OR immediately.
All right, we've got eyes. Better for you, Dr. Pantier.
I'm sorry about,
Me too. I'll get back to work.
When they're done, they'll leapfrog to the next OR. Okay, let's do this, Mrs. Carranza. Cheeks. That's gonna be your...
Atrium.
Yeah, that. I'll be on the implant team along with Jesse, and we'll inject the microspheres. Melissa and Marty, you're up. You did great, Mrs. C. 1 down, 40 more to go, team. When we're finished, the closing team, Millicent and Marty, will remove the ports and close. Then it's same song, second verse, third verse, and so forth.
Going?
Until all 41 patients are done or we collapse.
Sorry, Alex, but as chief of surgery, I gotta shut this down.
What?
They're all spiking fevers of 104 and higher.
3 people have died, Alex. Mrs. Carranza as well. Their fevers are all spiking. I've never seen anything like this.
Look!
Number 3 and number 4 are breaking. Mr. Ross, fever broke. Come on, come on.
I've got number 6 breaking over here.
5 and 8 breaking here.
He's not alone. Their temps are dropping.
They're all coming down.
It's like a miracle.
It's just a temporary fever.
I'm gonna go with miracle. That way Mrs. Carranza's prayers didn't go unanswered.
All right, everyone, let's scrub back in.
Let's finish this. Patient number 41, Mrs. Overton, is done. And so am I. Marty, close her up.
Hey, guys. I just got word the fever's following the same pattern in all the patients, and there's no more fatalities.
Great news. And by the way, you still got hands.
I have, haven't I?
Thank you for whatever you did to convince the board.
Oh, no, I wish I could take credit for that, but that was all Jesse. Turns out he and Crawford go way back. He was on fire. So good night.
Hey. You coming home?
In a minute. I got a promise I gotta keep first.
Go work.
Me too.
What?
Nothing. I just wanted to say, Itrium. That's all.
You're welcome.